Excuse my brows. I am trying another product. I don't know if it's going to be posting before this video. It'll probably be after, but I have realized that these are big eyebrows and they require an eyeshadow. So I wanted to shoot this because it was laying on my table. I just had my Halo and BBL procedure a week ago and there's still stuff going on. So the skin's not looking really hot today, but it's looking a whole lot better. And I just wanted to shoot a couple of things before my next thing, which is I'm going to the dentist to have two things done on either side of my mouth. And there's a really good chance I'm going to be uncomfortable and swollen for a few days. So I wanted to kind of get a couple of videos done. There's my intro. Welcome to the Hooded Lid. I am hooded. And right now I'm feeling a lot like Groucho Marx, so let's do something about it. This is a new release by Dior. It is the Backstage Plum Neutral. When I first saw this, probably on Instagram somewhere, I thought, gee, I think I already have it. You might have seen my Fall 5 palettes video the other day, and I used this one, which is Rosewood. And I thought they seem so much the same. Holding them up side by side, they do seem similar, but there's a lot less of the plummy in this one. In fact, if you take out these two plums, this is a pretty nice, cool, neutral palette. Where this one is primarily the plums. These are all kind of variation of plums. So plum's not exactly it, or if you want a palette that has a little more variety in it and you don't have the rosewood, you might want to do the plum. Let's do a couple of comparisons. Just these two. And let's compare them to this one and this one. They're really not the same. They might look the same up here. If someone was doing a dupe video, they'd say, yeah, they're the same. But this one is much darker. It has a deeper undertone, and this one is actually lighter and has more of a pinkish, it skews pink to this one, which is more cool. I'm just going to do this one from the Rosewood, and this is darker than this. So I don't think there's exact repeats. If you have this one already, you may not need this one. Let's swatch the rest of this one. Shimmer, which is silver pink. Then shimmer in soft gold. Shimmer in dusky mauve. Metal in rose. Shimmer in light copper. Shimmer mallow rose. Shimmer plum. Shimmer dark bronze. So it's worth noting that in the Rosewood palette there are 4 mattes, and in this palette there are 0 mattes. So if you're hooded, see how the camera just adjusts when it gets that shine? That's why I have tape on my mirror, you guys. But no one bothers me about that anymore, and I appreciate that. Yeah, so you may have problems with that. I'm going to do the Bobbi Brown method again, starting with the light, going to the darker. Hi, Lucy. I will feed you when I'm done. I love you. Thanks for not peeing on the bed last night. Appreciate it. So these are the 2 lighter shades in the top row. I'm going to use a very fluffy brush though, so hopefully it won't end up looking too shimmery. And I'm going to go with this one. This is a Chikuhodo GSN 10. And we used to use this all the time because it just fits this area so nicely. I'm not doing the primer because I already have, as you can see, tons of stuff on my eyes. This is actually really pretty all by itself. If you just wanted like an evening kind of a gossamer look with a strong lip and hardly anything on the lid, you could accomplish that with this. Let's do like a mathematical equation. One from the top row, one from the middle row, one from the bottom row, because they actually did, I never thought of this before, you guys, but it kind of lays it out. Do something here, do something here, and do something here. I know, I'm a genius. So I'm going to do like a little bit of a blending brush, and I think I'm going to go in with this one. God, I'm just, these eyebrows are way, way scary. And this will be a little bit of deepening up. Kind of a little Christmassy delight here, right? Or holiday delight with the silver and the goldy bronze. It's not a yellowy gold. This is a very pretty color, actually. But it's feeling very holiday to me. Nothing wrong with that. Because these are shimmers, I'm not sure that I'm getting the definition that I would usually expect from a color in this depth of tone. So there's a little bit of definition with this one. And another detail brush. This is a My Kit Co. And this color. And of course, I'm just trying to use a lot of colors to see how they work, but you can get a beautiful look with just one or two shades. I'm going to bring this up a little bit because there's a darkness to it. It'll help recede the hood a little, but I don't want to make the look too big, so I'm not bringing it up too high. But I feel like I've achieved what I wanted to achieve. Now I'm going to go in with the deepest color, and this is a Refer 03. Again, thank you, Refer, so much for writing these big enough so that I can read them. I love that. And just deepen up at the lash line. And maybe a little bit underneath. All right, no eye look is complete until I do a little liner, a little mascara, and put on a little bit of blush so we can really see what's going on. All right, you guys, I took a little concealer and cleaned this up under here. Well, I kind of like that avant-garde thing. I know most people don't. And this is much more wearable, not having it so far down under here. I did the Victoria Beckham in Bijou, or Bijou? It'll be linked below. Or, yeah, it'll be linked below. And I didn't put on any blush because I already have pinkness. And I didn't put on any bronzer because I don't think this is a look that works with bronzer, or I think that this look works fine without bronzer, and I really like it. I do feel that these two are different from each other, for sure. Again, mattes in here, no mattes in here. These lighter colors are super, super pretty and can be worn by themselves, where there's really more darkness in this one and more plumness. And this is a little more diversified. You can get a little bit more out of this one, I think, but there's no mattes in here. So for me, I feel like this is distinctly holiday. I'm ready for a holiday party. It's so pretty, simple. It doesn't look like too much, even though it is absolutely a shimmer, you know? It's not something that smacks you in the face. It feels like it's sophisticated in its nature. And I really, really, really like it. Now, with the brows, I think now the brows don't look as crazy, right? Let's do before and after right here. Brows without eyeshadow and brows with eyeshadow. I think this helps make the brows look workable, although it's still very weird. And you guys, that is going to wrap up this video. So that is the Dior Backstage in Plum Neutrals, and I think it's just beautiful. I really, really do. And I do think it is very different than this one, even though it doesn't look like it is. That's going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. Let me know what you think of the brows. I think there's some work, some learning. There's a learning curve. But potential, right? And until we meet again, be safe and smart, and I'm wishing you good health.